Quaid Azam Part 289. This was what Jinnah wrote: that with your previous permission I informed the working committee of this assurance, and this was one of the most important considerations which weighed with them together with the statement of the cabinet mission. These two together formed one whole, and as such as the Council of All India Muslim League has given to the final decision on 6th of June 1946. And we further inform you that similarly I had to repeat the assurance to the Council before they finally gave their approval. Jinnah firmly stood for the parity in the formation of the interim government, that is 5 from the League and 5 from the Congress. However, Wavell was of the opinion that Jinnah may ultimately have to yield for the sake of the chief ministers of Azam and Bengal in Saadullah and Nazimuddin, respectively, had then appeared to be dependent in offer on Congress goodwill. Besides, Liaquat Ali too seemed anxious to take office. Wavell therefore felt inclined that Jinnah, under pressure, was likely to send his list of the names. However, that letter did not come. Instead, Jinnah informed Wavell, I understood the Congress have not yet given their decision, and it seems to me that until they decide it is not advisable to discuss how best either the personnel or the portfolios should be adjusted. The issue of the parity, which the Viceroy was negotiating with the Congress, lay unresolved. On 15 June 1946, Wavell informed Jinnah that his discussion with the Congress to negotiate an agreement on the composition of the interim government, as had been earlier suggested to Jinnah, had failed. The cabinet delegation and the Viceroy had therefore decided to issue a statement on the action to be taken in future. This future action, the statement of 16 June 1946, elaborated extending an invitation to 14 persons to serve on the interim government, 2 more instead of the 12 originally discussed. If this proposal was accepted, the Viceroy would then aim at inaugurating the new government about 26 June 1946 or so. However, in the event of either of the 2 major parties found as unwilling to join, the intention of the Viceroy remained firm on proceeding with the formation of an interim government. The 16 June statement did speak of the formation of the interim government on such a basis as would remain in essential accord with the statement of principles of a month earlier, that is, of 16 May, but nowhere did it stipulate that the 2 major parties must necessarily be in agreement with that before the interim government could be formed. Why then did the cabinet delegation, in its meeting with Jinnah on 25 June, the records of which have been cited, make this into an issue, refusing to accept the Muslim League as alone in the interim government for a perfectly obvious reason? For had they done so, it would have further inflamed an already aggrieved majority, and clearly it was difficult for Wavell to say so explicitly. On 18 June 1946, there then arose another issue, that of the substitution of a name from the Congress side of Dr. Zakir Hussain in place of a Hindu invited by Wavell to join interim government. Of his meeting with Jinnah on this issue. Wavell records